Well, thank you everybody for coming. This is my second time doing this. I did this a couple days ago with a bunch of Olympians who had won medals. Here's another haul of people who have done amazing things at this Olympics. Won medals, gold medals, silver medals, just made everybody back home really proud, and I'm really excited to be here. We were just joking backstage that I was going to ask about the Athletes Village and how crazy it is. Evidently, that's a big topic back in the States, or people want to know what's going on in the Athletes Village. So why don't we start with that? Nobody really gets to go into the Athletes Village. As a journalist, you need a special pass to get in, and it's only, I think you can only do 3 tours throughout the whole Olympics. And we don't really get to see the dynamics between people there. So maybe you guys can tell us exactly what you thought when you first walked in and what it's really like.
Yeah, I thought it was an amazing experience just being in there with all the athletes and getting to eat meals with different people in the Olympic Village. And it wasn't as crazy as all those articles came out to be. We were there for a week and a half and pretty serious and focused on swimming well.
Yeah, I wonder, is it crazy at all? Is there a group of people who are the more of the partiers, and maybe like the swimmers are kind of crazy usually? Is that right? Or is it? I mean, is there one group that is always loud, like the team from, I don't know, from Brazil? Are they always partying and dancing all night?
There's certain pockets. If you're looking for crazy, you can find it. The swim team does check out afterwards, so we're not necessarily experiencing a ton of it. But I mean, you do see some of the guys that are, not necessarily there to focus on their competitions, but the social aspect of the games.
I'm assuming just guessing that most people are pretty athletic, pretty good looking, and pretty social. I mean, is it like everybody's flirting with everybody else in the lunch line?
I mean, when we first got there, it was like going to college, but then everyone is an athlete and everyone is in shape, and you meeting a million new people, and it was, just.
There's no one you don't want to meet.
Yeah.
So everyone's checking everybody out, like who's who, and you want to talk to everybody.
So I was wondering if each one of you could just describe the moment when you really felt like, wow, holy cow, this is the Olympics, this is it, we're finally here. What was that moment for you?
I think it was just walking into the pool the first time when we got off the plane and came straight there. It was like, wow, I'm at the biggest meet of my life, and this is something I've worked for. It's been a dream my whole life, and it was just somewhat of a shock getting on deck to the Olympic pool.
Allie?
I think for me was the first time when we walked out for our first competition, and there was Olympic rings everywhere, and it said London 2012, and there were so many people in the stands. That was a really cool moment.
I think really getting the grandeur of the games was the Olympic Village, being there at the cafeteria and just seeing how big it is and the massive amounts of people that were in there, and they were all athletes from all over the world. And for that, it made me really realize how big and amazing this experience was.
And for me, it was being announced for our first match and seeing 15,000 people chanting USA, and we narrowly missed out in Beijing, and just realizing like this is our dream, we're finally here. So it was really cool.
I'm not sure if Twitter was as popular in Beijing as it is this time. And I know all you guys have a Twitter account. And Nathan, how did you choose your photo for the Twitter account? Because I was just looking at their Twitter accounts before I came in here, and that photo, it's a pretty beefcake photo. I can say that. I'm not sure if you didn't have any shirts available, or but how do you choose the picture for your Twitter account, and how did you find interacting with fans in that close of manner at this Olympics?
For the longest time, I had a picture of me with like my hood up, and I was like so far in the distance, people couldn't even tell it was me. So then I was like, all right, it's time to change, and realize that having someone in a suit is important because I'm a swimmer, and it was just a picture at one of the Speedo photo shoots that I had done. And then being able to interact is incredible because in Beijing there was not necessarily that closeness, that feeling of talking to your fans or talking to people or understanding how many people are supporting you throughout, even the prelims or the semis or all the way to the finals. There's so many tweets, and it really makes you feel special.
Do you read them before you go out to swim? I mean,
I'm not like in the ready room or anything.
no.
But
All right, just to know, to get you.
In
I
general,
mean,
you
it
know,
could go either way. People could say like, "Good job," or I'm sure that somebody's out there saying like, "I hope you lose." I'm sure there's that one jerk out there who's saying that.
Are they? Well, you know, there were some tweets in like Portuguese and some other languages I didn't quite understand. So maybe that was going on.
People like
But
to give volleyball tips. They like to tell April and I that maybe we're missing too many serves, or these are people that probably have never played
no
ball.
idea, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they can help us.
which is really funny. And it's a nice way to take your mind off the pressure of everything and just to kind of read them. And some are funny, and most of them, I would say 99% are supportive. Some are creepy. Of
course.
Yeah, which is weird, but you just kind of ignore those. And then, but most of them are great. So
Do you
it's really
answer?
nice.
Do you answer people?
I do. Some people are very genuine and they really just want to say congratulations and we're watching you, and you know, my daughter wants to be like you. She's wearing her hair like you. Like those, yes.
And
absolutely.
I would have no idea how many people actually like watch us and care how we do, because you have such tunnel vision and you're not seeing it on TV, and it's such an easy way to have people like congratulate you and wish you luck, and it's motivating, like to know that many people are watching you and wanting you to win and behind you. And I wouldn't know that otherwise, unless, you know, without Twitter and Facebook. So it's really cool.
Allie, you're pretty involved in Instagram also.
I just think it's cool and a cool way to show that even though we're busy training, we still can have fun, and just to show them what the Olympic Village is like and what we like to do in our free time.
How many followers did you have for the Olympics?
I had about 30,000,
30. And now I think you have
almost 400.
Yeah, a lot. So who are these people? Hopefully they're not all creeps. Connor, you're also pretty involved on Twitter. Do you like looking at it before?
Yeah, I have a fun time with it, and I think all of it's been supportive, so I don't get too much or any hater tweets or anything. So I like looking at it before I swim.
Anybody get any cool tweets from like famous people after they, won their medal?
Cal Penn.
Oh yeah, we met Cal Penn, and he was actually genuinely excited to meet us, which was cool. He took a picture with us, tweeted it,
Came to
and
one
then
of our
came to our
games.
match. Yeah.
I personally enjoy Samuel L. Jackson. I think it's funny. You can hear his voice through his tweets and the way he announced it. It's pretty cool.
I sat with Ludacris at the basketball game the other night, and he's filming Fast 6, so I thought that was cool, and he was really nice and loved meeting us.
Wow. I mean, I know that each one of you have won medals here. Even though it's been just a few days since you've won these medals, how has your life changed so far? I mean, it's going to change a lot more once you get back to the States, but here, how is it different waking up with the medal in your hand?
A lot more media, I would say, than I did before. I've never done this much stuff, but it feels good, and just strive to do better the next time around.
Do people recognize you on the street now? Anybody?
Yeah.
We have our medals on.
Oh, really? So they don't recognize you without your medals?
I haven't been
Yeah,
not
we haven't
wearing
really
it.
been out that much walking around.
I know this was just recently.
I think people are fairly timid to come up and ask for a photo or anything, or say hey. But once it starts, it kind of gains a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, we were at the USA House last night, and that was
pretty crazy.
amazing. We took so many photos, and people that actually had been to our games and had been to multiple games. I had like a 7-year-old boy that came up and gave me a huge high five, and like, great win against Brazil. And I'm like, yeah, you're 7, like that's amazing. So it was really cool to get recognized for something that, really meant a lot to us. And
I think when we get home, it's really gonna be the crazy part. Like, we have a lot of people that want to celebrate with us, and we have tournaments at home, and we know so many people are gonna come out, and that's when they're gonna kind of freak out about it, I think.
Are all of you coming back? Not everyone's coming back for 2016, or at least trying. Is there?
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm 35, and so
So?
I'll be 39. I'll be 39. I have no children yet, and I think I'm going to play another year with April. But she needs a younger partner, I think, and or someone that wants to keep playing. I've been traveling now for 12 years, so I'd like to have a home life and still maybe play on the domestic tour. But now these take so much out of you, and they're mentally exhausting. And after each time, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And then you have to start again the next week. So it would be nice to be at home and see my friends I haven't seen for 12 years. But yeah, but you never. I want to never. I don't want to say never, but I don't think so. I'm gonna leave it to the young kids.
So I just have one more question. Did any of you notice that any of the royals were watching? You know, I know
I
that.
saw Prince Harry.
I met Princess Kate.
Did she say anything to you?
Yeah, we were walking up to leave, and she came up to talk to us. So we talked to her for like 5 minutes, and she said she was asking us how we did all our flips and stuff, and I told her that I liked her style, and she said she liked our leotards. So that was pretty much it.
How tall is she?
That's high praise.
She's like 5 inches taller than me, maybe.
So she's very tall.
But I guess Prince William and Prince Harry were at beach volleyball.
Well, I know they were at swimming too, right? I think they were at swimming. Maybe not. But I mean, just,
You guys aren't into it.
couldn't
Just ignore what we're saying right now.
We no, when we showed up for the final, there were TV cameras outside as we were walking in, and we're like, oh, this is cool. They're like, really, they want to film us coming into the venue. And we go through security, and then we turn around, and all the cameras are on Prince Harry walking into the venue.
So they were not there.
Yeah. But so we knew he was there when we were playing, but we didn't get to meet him, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed right away was that, Nathan, you mentioned the pressure on the British athletes. Just as soon as you get off the airplane, there's all these billboards and signs of, the Team GB, hoping to win gold. So, I mean, I guess that's one good thing that you guys didn't feel as much pressure as having the Queen waiting for you to win that gold. But did President Obama, he get in touch with any of you guys? Just you?
Well, he
obviously doesn't have you guys' cell phone numbers, but
I won't give it to him.
what did he say to you?
I talked to him for like 5 minutes on the phone. He talked to all 5 of us, and he just said he was really proud of us. And I don't know. We just were talking about like how hard it was to get here and just how cool it was to be able to represent USA.
Well, I know that he has. Well, every president has all the Olympians at the White House eventually after a couple weeks or months. So, and I'm based in DC, so I'll probably see you whenever that is. And I'd like to thank all of you for being here, and thank you everybody for watching.